What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. There's only one way Caitlin Clark can still win the MVP. Guys, I don't know if y'all saw it, but Asia Wilson was the first player to get 1,000 points in a season. But man, quietly, Caitlin Clark had a great weekend scoring-wise. And it won't be long before Caitlin Clark beats that Asia Wilson record. But Asia Wilson is flat out balling right now. Gonna give her all the credit. She's definitely by far and away the choice for MVP. But Caitlin Clark got one other shot to become MVP. And the way that's gonna happen, guys, is that she has to do a media blitz. Because ESPN, the WNBA, none of the legacy media or the league or the sponsors for that matter are going to do it for her. And I got to tell y'all, this is going to sound completely crazy for me, but I think Caitlin Clark needs to take that endorsement money and do what Deion Sanders Jr. does for Deion Sanders. Start creating a narrative so that people can see you outside of the traditional media. And what I mean by that, create a Caitlin Clark YouTube channel, create a Caitlin Clark podcast. And as much as we hate that Angel Reese did it, because Angel Reese is all media hype. The traditional media got behind Angel Reese, and Angel Reese was in the Rookie of the Year race simply because they were anti-Caitlin Clark. I'm not saying Angel Reese isn't good, but the traditional media, the Cheryl Swoops, ESPN, Fox, the WNBA itself got behind Angel Reese. But they didn't get behind Caitlin Clark. So how can Caitlin Clark become MVP? Caitlin Clark is now fighting against the media. So if she came on YouTube, came on Twitter, came on TikTok, came on a podcast, just until the end of the season. Guys, the girl went off yesterday on that Sunday game, dropping 30-plus points again. I mean, and this is after the issue with liking the Taylor Swift post. Sold out crowd again. She delivered once again. I think if she hired somebody that Deion Sanders Jr. could consult for her and get her brand out there like he does for Deion Sanders, it doesn't matter what the traditional media says about Deion. Deion has created another alternative media that controls his narrative to balance it out. So can you imagine if Caitlin Clark had the online media presence that she ran that didn't come through the filter of all the traditional media and legacy media and old players who want to keep the league where it was? She would be in contention for MVP, because it's not whether Caitlin is better than Asia. It's about who is controlling the narrative. And Caitlin has been so professional, so I hate to say humble. She is accepted that she's a rookie. She's not trying to make waves or anything like that. But because of that, she's being lost in the fact that she having one of the best seasons we've ever seen from a rookie or a player. And I'm not knocking Asia Wilson. 1,000 points in a season is good. But Asia Wilson has multiple all WNBA players, multiple Olympians. Yeah, guess what? If you leave Asia Wilson open, and don't get me wrong, Kelsey's balling. Aaliyah Boston balls, but they ain't Kelsey Plum and some of the people that Asia Wilson got playing for her. I think right now there should be a 2-week media blitz. Caitlin Clark needs to start a YouTube channel with just her highlights from somebody who's supporting her. She needs a podcast. If Angel Reese can have a podcast and people listening to that, you know Caitlin Clark's podcast would probably be just as big as Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, right? So we know the girl has a presence. I think if she does this media thing, she has a chance at winning MVP. If she does not, and she just keeps balling out, if a tree fell in the woods and nobody hears about it, did it really fall? And I'm not saying nobody knows about her 30-point game, but when I went to ESPN, the first thing I saw was Asia Wilson scores 1,000 points. So that lets me know who they're promoting. But what Caitlin Clark is doing, what she's done with a team that was a cellar dweller, and now they're in the hunt, they're right in the middle of a playoff hunt. I think it's clear who the MVP should be. Now Asia Wilson's going to probably win it, because if nothing changes in the media, Caitlin Clark doesn't have a shot. Y'all get down in the comment section and let me know what you think, man. Is Jeff crazy? Or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and until next time, I'm going to holler.